Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Gemini. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me, keeping me safe. Gemini, thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Most of all, for showing up. Gemini, it's been a little while. I've been off my rhythm for reads. I had to take a break, but I've been waiting to come back to do your read. This is the person most on your mind. I think I got through about half of what from where I left off. It's no apologies. It is Spirit taking me away from doing things that I really want to do, making me do things I really must do. And here we have a separation. We have we have the Queen of Wands, we have the Nine of Wands, and we have the Star. Gemini, you are focused, you are a bit afraid. You're not trusting your future. You have your mind wanting to go one way and your heart taking you somewhere else. Payout. For some, it's a payback. For others, it is I need to give. Seven of Pentacles, but with our Queen of Pentacles here. So it's quite difficult. It's quite difficult. Feeling the money is not coming in easily. Maybe you're not trusting what you want to do for the future, and your heart is set on what you think you want, but you don't have enough to get you there. You're quite in a dilemma, but you need to be patient, Gemini. You need to be patient and keep to the plan. Stick to the plan. Spirit is with you. There is a commitment. There is a commitment, whether it is with someone else. Here we have a king. So you have help. We have a match, whether you're trying to get to your queen or you're trying to get to your king, whichever way this suits you. The commitment is there. You will come together if it is that you are trying to get into a relationship. There is a reconciliation for some. There is money to be made and an offer of marriage to come, or an offer for a business venture. Gemini, we're off to a quick start. This is a reading for the person most on your mind. And you know, it keeps changing what I say when I say for the person most on your mind or about the person most on your mind. It really depends on how it fits you, because I noticed in some of the reads it tends to lead or start off with your part of the reading, and then for different signs, I noticed that the reading could start off with the other person, or it could be a complete spin-off from a third viewer, wherein it would be a cross-watcher mingling with what would be the side where the sign follows. Like the first line here would be where you, Gemini, would be, but then it could flip to the cross-watcher taking up that space, and your energy would be the person most on your mind space, because it's three lines and the middle line would be Spirit's line. But it really doesn't matter. It's how you resonate with the reading. And we're looking at work done in the past, so it's not to catch up, but it's more like fruition, as in being recognized for work that was done. And then we have the 13, life is changing because of the work that was done. And here we have the 10 of Wands just showing itself with the King of Pentacles. So work is done. The work that was done wasn't easy work to do. It was very tedious. and may have brought you to a high level of high level of understanding, at the same time a positioning, higher level where you become a boss or management leader, or you take on that role of teacher, trainer, depending on your situation. Could just mean that you switch companies, you switch jobs, or you create your own business. Again, it depends on your situation where that King of Pentacles will fit, because it could be you or it could be another person, the person most on your mind. It doesn't have to be a romantic situation. It could be financial, it could be judgmental, in the sense where you're looking for, or you're taking on the role of the person who is to decide, make that decision, take the responsibility, in other words. It's a lot of energy. That's that much I could say. So it can go from being the judge, or it could be just, I need to pick up this after work, depending. Okay, not to go too deep into that, but we see here the 3 of Cups. So again, reconciliation, and then we have the 5 here, the Hierophant showing. So reconciliation for marriage. Some of us want divorce. We want to move on. We want to change where we live. We want to get that judgment coming through, or we're waiting for a judgment to come through, and we want to celebrate the good news of what is to come, because it could just mean that you have received or will receive good news coming in because of a court case that you may be involved in. Here we have the 2 of Swords and the Sun. So holding back on speaking truths or being honest to the point where you don't want to tell, or keeping secrets and feeling that you need to share that information. The Sun provides that boost in saying, yes, I will tell, and I won't hold back anymore. I want to be happy. I want to enjoy. I want to move forward with celebrations. Or there's third parties and someone needs to talk about that, because we have the Devil showing up with the 10 of Cups. So it could be the end of a cycle, in that the World card is showing, and there is justice being served here. Ending relationships due to third parties, or because there is a third party involved. And then we have the Emperor with the Wheel of Fortune. So we're looking at taking control, or being in control, or completely squashing an ego, in that the relationship is over, taking that position as to, I don't want to deal with this anymore, I'm moving on. Again, it could be the person most on your mind, or it could be an Aries or Taurus that you're dealing with. Gemini, person most on your mind. It's the Smith-Waite deck that I'm using, and the spread is the person most on your mind. All right, let's cut, because this card here, we have the 6 of Cups. So 6 of Cups is telling us that we're being nostalgic, we're thinking about, or again, the deck is splitting with 3 here with this card for justice. So we're making up for time lost, or we want to do that. We want to get back and speak with people. We want to either end a relationship on a friendly note, or we want to deal with what we love in a way that will bring us to a higher level, make more money, etc. Pick things that we want to work with. Again, it's a mingling with the King of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. Doing what you love and really taking responsibility, Could be that there's children involved, that you want to take care of someone's child, or you want to take on a relationship that may come with children. We have a divorce. Karmic justice is what I really wanted to say, but that could mean divorce too. And we want to start up something new. So we want to get what's coming to us, and we're really waiting for that to come in so that we can begin. And here it is with the 9 of Pentacles in a broken fashion, saying that we're coming to the end. We want something to come to the end. We really want to put things in a forward position that we can move on. There's a lot, feels really heavy, that what just came there. And again, the deck is just splitting. This card, the Queen of Wands with our Sun, and then the 5. So yeah, there's a third party that someone really needs to let go of. And again, we have this deck splitting here with the 7 of Cups. So we're going into third party situations. Person most on your mind may be dealing with third parties. If you are suspicious, then you know if this fits you, because divorce, money coming in, taking on leadership positions, there's a lot of scenarios that are playing out with just those few cards that came out. So let's, I'm sorry, Gemini, I'm just going with what the cards tell me. I'm going to cut one more time. All right. I choose the cards at random. First card is situation. Second card is how you're dealing with the situation. Third card is how the person most on your mind is dealing with the situation. The fourth card is Spirit's advice. The fifth card is how you take that advice. The sixth card is how the person most on your mind is taking the advice. The seventh card is the potential outcome, because you have free will and things may change according to how the reading goes and your perception of where you fall with your situation within this reading. Okay, so it's seen. And for the Oracle deck, I'm using the Lover's Oracle for the thoughts of the person most on your mind. And we start, and I didn't even realize I turned the deck over in my hand. 4 swords, so it's really contemplative. Which way to go? What should I do? Should I talk? Who should I talk to? What should I say? That kind of feeling. Then we have, you're dealing with the Nair sign. It could be the mental dilemma is really, it's a struggle for the next person. And I say the next person. Again, could be cross watchers. When I say next person, feels like there's more than you and the person most on your mind looking at these clips. So the energy is shifting. When I say the next person, it may incorporate that there is cross watchers that are, their energy is coming into play, and because they are feeling that, because I'm feeling their energy strong, they could take on this portion of the read. And that can be for any of the reads, not just yours, Gemini. Just feel like I have to articulate that in this reading. All right, so we have the 4 of Swords again with the 7 of Swords, and then we have the 8 of Cups. So could just be that it's really feeling like it's time to leave. Someone wants to start afresh, go on to a commitment, leave one and go to another. It could be that there's a third party that someone is either breaking up with to get to the third party, or breaking up with the third party to get back to you or to the person most on your mind. Again, the next person wanted to come out of my mouth. Here we have the Queen of Cups back turned to an offer of a commitment. So someone does not want to get into a a long-term commitment. Someone is holding back, and we saw that with the Two of Swords and the Sun. So the truth is being held back, and she keeps a lid on her cup. So it's a question of not telling the truth about a third party, or that the reason why they don't want to get into a commitment with you, or you to the person most on your mind. Could be very well dealing with a Scorpio or Pisces, even a Cancer. But I feel when I say Scorpio first, it's strongest. Pisces is more or less could be a moon sign, or they could have very strong Pisces in their chart. And of course, Cancer is the third water sign, but it doesn't come across as a Cancer. It comes across more as a Scorpio. Again, that is really up to you as to help you decide if that is who you're dealing with according to the reading, if you need to decipher. Here we have the Ace of Wands with our World card, so showing up next to the Knight of Swords. So it seems to be coming out with arguments or very passionate conversation, wanting to go, probably they're online. Again, this sounds like the person most on your mind may be dealing with third parties online, where they have very passionate conversations, and it's like they don't want to stop doing that. They want to keep that going, and this is where you may not be aware of, or that they are having this type of third-party situation going on. So, and that is not for everybody. That just came across that way. So situation is ego. We have big ego. Whew. Again, the Eight of Swords would confirm that right here, blocking that need or desire for commitment. They don't want to commit, and again, it could just be for that, because they have that freedom. They don't want to give up their freedom. They want the adventure. They want to just roam. They want to go out when they want to. They don't want to feel like they have to come home to someone. So if you're dealing with someone like that, then you know this is your read. Gemini. Again, could be Taurus, could be Aries. Or they have strong Aries in their chart, but they're very overbearing. They're very my way or the highway type. It's very stubborn, very, very stubborn. Your back is turned. You want to move on. You want to go away from that. And you're looking for confirmation in this reading. And you're getting it, because it just, you are the higher arcana here, wanting to take that step forward and move on to your freedom. Have your dreams come true. You're feeling brave enough, and you don't want to be tied down either. So it could be you that is holding that position of being stubborn, not wanting to say yes to a commitment, or it could be that you don't want to be with someone who does not want to make that commitment. Then we have the Lovers. So we have the three high arcana. Spirit has got you both your backs, and you may, again, this could very well be a karmic relationship wherein you must deal with each other, and you must put an end to the relationship or seal the deal in this relationship and commit to each other. It is a choice. Again, it is free will, but you seem to want to go your way, and they need to make a choice. They need to make a choice between you and possibly a third person. Maybe you're giving them the ultimatum that you choose me or you choose the other person, Gemini, and you're looking for confirmation here. Well, here it is. Spirit is saying that you are able to go on your own and do the things that you want to do. You don't need to have a third person. Oh, third person? Nobody needs a third person. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. It just, maybe I'm skipping words. You don't need someone with a third party attached, is what Spirit is saying. You are able to be alone and you find joy in what you do as work. You want to continue working. You want to develop what you do for work. You've been I'm thinking appreciated, but it's more of rewarded. The appreciation in the sense is that you're recognized for what you do, and Spirit says that you will continue that along your path, and to follow what you want to do, because you're very capable, Gemini. You're very capable, and there's no question of lack here. You are able to provide for yourself, and Spirit is saying that you should continue along the path of what you dream. What your dream is, to whatever you want, you can accomplish, and you have already proven that. Here you have the Four of Cups. So again, you're tired of the same thing. You want something different. You're looking for an adventure in that sense, where you keep getting the same type of relationship, or you keep falling with people who do what they do. You're seeing a trend either way. You're seeing a trend in the type of relationship that you fall with, or you seem to find the same type of person or personality that you feel that you're attracted to, but then you're disappointed with how the relationship turns out, and you don't want that anymore. You want to heal. You want to move on. You want to see something different, and I don't blame you. I mean, this is where leadership takes its turn, where you need to cut your losses at this point. You say, okay, you know what, maybe I need to spend some time alone, because people that I end up with keep bringing me back to this place I don't want to be in, and you don't want to do that circle anymore. You want to change, and they are looking forward to the future. They are looking, they see you as their future. They want to be with you. They seem to want to choose you over another person. They've already decided. They want to see the future with you. For some, it could be that they are focused on their future. Let's see here. Spirit is saying that you need to follow your heart, see the light, see the truth, and share that truth, and really be wise in the choices that you made, because the experience of going around and around and around in a similar type relationship, you need to see the lesson involved there before you can move on from that type of person. And Spirit is saying that you will, because now you're going to take time for yourself if it is that you see that you can't get away from. If you feel that you've tried and you can't, that time alone is where you'll find your answers. You will see the light. You will get what you seek. You will find it. You keep to your higher ground. Stand in your integrity. Don't allow the next person. Again, it could be another person involved here, where we see the cross watcher maybe, or it could be that they are the third party watching into your reading, Gemini. They're seeking. It seems like they're seeking out answers to follow how that relationship may or may not end up. That's what I'm getting there. It's because the next person is like a bird's eye view. They're just out. They're just looking. They're fishing. They want to see which way this relationship will go, and if they have a chance with the person most on your mind. I think that's probably where the Emperor comes in as third person goes, because they seem to have a control over the person most on your mind. And that's not for everybody. That just came from this section here. But as it ends, as outcomes go, you are standing in your integrity. You're not taking on the nonsense of a third person involved in your relationship with the person most on your mind, on whatever level, whether it is physical, sexual, just lovers, where you share that information, or they share your time together with the third person, as in the gossip. You don't have time for that. And this is where Spirit is saying that you need to spend that time alone. Take away from people who are draining. Take away from people who are trying to convince you of something that's not true. Again, the impression of, I want to be with you, I choose you, and then the relationship staggers, or you feel like you're not fulfilled. Like, you really want to be with me is what you say, but then we're never together. I'm alone. And I don't like that. That means that they're not really into you. They're just stringing you along. Take it as it resonates, because I'm getting all kinds of messages coming in and out as I turn the cards. I see, one minute I see this, next minute I see that, and it never fits. It's all over. So I'm sorry that I don't know why I'm apologizing, because that's how messages come, but it's because I seem to want to find a connection in here, but it seems that it's just spotches of information coming in from the cards, because here you are seeing the light, seeking out information, and then I see that this is not even you. This is someone outside of the circle that you have with the person most on your mind. They are wanting to see how you react and what you do. Take it as it resonates, Gemini. There's a lot going on. See, they're holding back because they're sharing the information that is private between you and them. They're sharing that with another person. Again, the next person keeps coming in. So for those of you who resonate with there's a third party, that third party is really into your private affairs between you and the person most on your mind. And there is a situation of control. Someone needs to take control, as in you need to step away, stay in your integrity, go alone, turn your back to that type of energy, which is really not going to serve you. You need to move along, in other words. Yeah, best thing for you to do is stay in your integrity. And if it is that you have to end the relationship, because that is where we saw at the beginning that this will come to an end. For some of us, there is divorce, and the deck splits on the 7. It just goes to stalemate. What you may think you are going to get from the person most on your mind is just not going to come through. They're going to hold back. They're going to give you the impression that they want to be with you, and then they just string you along. What are the thoughts of the person most on your mind for Gemini? Thank you, Spirit. The heat between us is intense. So again, I did mention that some of you are just exploring the physical side of relationships as far as they are concerned. And here's another one. I don't want to be alone. For others who are really trying to convince you that they want to be with you, there's an agenda attached. Here's you've triggered me. Some of us here on the Gemini side, you are able to go alone, and they are triggered by that. They don't want. I'm taking another one because I noticed I've been giving out 4 in the other reads. So the way I have treated you is wrong. And yeah, if it is that they have an ego trip, someone is suffering from serious ego. they are thinking about it, and it's going to take them time. Again, this is not a reading to tell you need to end with, but the cycle in itself is coming to an end. And if it is that they realize that they've treated you badly, then there is a chance for reconciliation. There's a chance for starting afresh. But I give that with a grain of salt, simply because I picked up a huge energy of agenda attached to certain connections here to this read. And they have hurt me. Again, the they could be the person who's got some control over the person most on your mind. And on that note, Gemini, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Most of all, for showing up. Until our next read, love and light.